Dang, I want some Chick-fil-A now.
Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here, hanging out with Jim Morgan and with Walking Keys. We are going to be doing things a little differently today, so we can feature both the voices, both the these amazing men, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things Splinterlands related. We're obviously dealing with land. I've got 10 more plots to claim and survey. God willing, we're going to do 100 together as a collective group survey, which will translate to one of us walking away with a keep. And if the early data shows us what that, how meaningful that might be, that could be really, really amazing. Like, Keys, you had some success today, hey? Like you were telling us you got an epic, I think.
I did. I had a pretty amazing day. I opened 13 plots. I got an epic on one, a lake property. I got two occupieds. I got four total rares. Two of them have magic, and then two other magics. So I did really well for the amount of plots I surveyed.
Yeah, it sounds like you did. And we were talking before we went live, even then. Yeah, those are some good numbers. Jim, you're not touching this yet? Are you being at all excited by maybe these like $70 price targets for some of these comments or no?
I do really like those price points, and people were assuming it was going to be a lot less than the standard 130 to 150 range.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
am glad to see it.
I was talking with some friends and they were saying like, "Oh man, it's going way lower. It's definitely going." I'm not sure I believe that. I'm for one, I'm not gambling on it anyways. There's no way I would let my commons go for $75. When I look at it and I say, we're talking about getting an SPS per day per plot, and that's if you survey. It sounds did that pass? Do we know that passed?
Mm,
I think
I
so.
think it did. Yeah.
And so that alone is 3 cents a day. And if you do the math, it's like $10 a year just from like the SPS at 3 cents, which I don't believe SPS will remain 3 cents. And so I actually think you're looking at like right there, you're saying $10 worth of SPS over the next 365 days for one plot of land. And I could buy a new plot of land off of you for $70. That that eliminates so much risk, right? It makes it so interesting and right, even just by itself. But then you have the farming or the mining or whatever from the land. Some of them are going to produce um, this or that mineral or
mhm.
soul or whatever, and those are going to sell for something also. Plus, there's an appreciation conversation around the plot of land, but also the resources out of that land, including the SPS. So if that SPS, like I say, goes to 50 cents a dollar and you're getting a one per day, that plot of land for $70 is turning into a $350, a year moneymaker for you. So I can't, I will not, I don't get it. Like selling your plots right now for $70 or even 100. I don't. Maybe if you were going to sell it for 150, and then you could go and buy another one off the market and try again for that legendary. But otherwise, no, thank you. Jim,
It
I
just
don't.
Yeah.
seems a little low.
What's that?
I said, yeah, it does seem a little low.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now
Um,
I did buy one for 80 not too long ago, and it had both of the upgrades that you can get with it on it.
is that right? Hey.
So so basically I bought a what $50 plot of land or $60 plot of land with and two of the upgrades.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
So
that's kind of ridiculous when you put it that way.
yeah, and all I did was just bump up the price and put it up there. So if someone wants to pay 30-40% more than I did and buy it, then great. If not, I'm just going to sit on it.
mhm.
Mm-hmm. There's already a lot of people here today, so guys, just in advance, make sure you're dropping your comments to say hello and likes and subscriptions if you haven't already. Eli, Colby, Bobby, Mitch, Aaron, Stock Jockey, Alea. I don't recognize that name. Thanks for coming out. Alea says someone already is selling a mythic with a keep for 20K. I believe it. Mythic is either a keep or a castle, but and you're saying keep. I mean, I don't. I can't imagine buying that because we talked about this before we went live. Keys, if you price a mythic keep at 20K, you could go and buy a tract and then replace. You know what I mean? You're going to get 100 plots plus a keep. So
Yeah.
that doesn't jive with me, but I'm absolutely, I wouldn't be surprised if 5K for a keep was like kind of a going rate.
I
And
was gonna say I could see like 4 to 5K
yeah,
as a pretty good setup.
I mean just
And to
rough.
be honest, 4 to 5K, I would rather take, let's say 5K. I'd rather take 1,000 or $1,500 put it towards cards, and put the other 3,500 towards just buying plots. Because I feel like that would generate so much more in revenue than that one single keep.
Yeah, I think getting multiples as opposed to doing one major, it as cool as one legendary might be, it would be probably a lot more. It might be more exciting to have like that keep or whatever, but I think it's going to be more useful to have multiple of like those lower end that are going to be a bit of a sleeper, but they're going to have that sort of multiplicity of usefulness, including using those cards, including mining, including some of them are producing, I guess, everything you need locations even for storage, it sounds like. So I think you're going to want more than one plot, and if you could only afford one, I really think you'd sell that big one and go like 10, 20, like as many as you can get of like the small ones. I think commons are going to be fine. I think people who are disappointed to see those commons, one day you're going to say, wow, like I'm so glad I have access to even this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, again, just want to reiterate, a rare piece of land only produces, I think, like 10% more or 20% more than a common.
I think is it 20, 50, and then 100?
20, 40, 100, I think.
Oh, 20, 40, 100. Okay.
I mean, the epic's 40. So, and then 100 times. So a legendary is really just double the amount of production than a common, which isn't that much considering how much a legendary is, or how much you're going for. And then they were just 1% of total minting. So there's just so many more commons that it makes it seem like they're not as valuable, but when it comes to production, they're not far off.
Yeah,
I mean, you could buy yourself a rare totem and a couple plot, a plot, and still have money left over to buy cards to put on it before buying a legendary.
Right, but the thing is, right, and this is one thing that you guys aren't talking about, and one thing people just aren't realizing. If you have that 100% increase, you're doubling the size of your PP. Your PP size is doubled.
And that should not be scoffed on. That's important to have a big PP size.
It is huge.
Yeah.
And then if you got a Rooney on top of that, another 100%.
Right. Yeah, so it is good. But let's say you have the cards. And that's $500, and you could get literally, 6 plots for that, and you put your Rooney on those, and you put all the other stuff too. You're just going to get so much more PP total than you would out of that one single plot. So, but it does consolidate, and it is nice, and it's a flex.
Yeah, true. The other thing is, you could either go. In card games, if you build like one strong creature, but he's really powerful versus a board with a lot of stuff, right? So it's either going tall or going wide. So you can either have a large PP or a wide PP setup. Yeah. And that's, that's another very important thing to realize.
People are very conflicted about what's better, wider or longer. It's,
Get a region, and you got it all covered.
Yeah. Now you have a diverse pool.
Aaron's got a great question. Aaron goes, "Does your PP decrease if it's cold on your land? If you've got tundra, is that problematic?"
If you're in the mountains.
Well, just to be safe, I've stopped drinking Mountain Dew. If that makes a difference.
Okay.
If we claim, I'm putting on a poll right now, guys. If we claim 100 plus together now, are you interested in joining? Right? I don't know. I'm not sure if this is happening as like I'm claiming my land today in this next 2-hour window, and I got 10 plots, and I have. I think 8 or 11 or something that have been sent to me by guild mates, time and attention guild mates. And so we're in that like 20 range. If there's interest in making it happen, I'll figure out a way to make that happen. I might have to switch off the like full window and just you'll hear our voices while we talk. But if that's something we want to do, then communicate that in this poll with a resounding yes, and then we'll start figuring it out. If the answer is no, then I'm still claiming my 10, And we will also, I've got a 200 packs we're going to open for Chaos Legion. I noticed the other day I did that video with Rift Watcher cards showing how the Rift Watcher packs are going to, they were almost break even. You buy a pack, you open it, the cards inside were essentially the same value. And so I bought, I think I bought 50, 60 packs, and I got a gold foil legendary, and I just crushed the odds. So that was amazing. And then I did another 60, and I didn't get any more gold foils, and that was a little bit of an L. Only, I mean, altogether 120 packs, and it was profitable, but the margins start to deteriorate as you start to see more and more people doing that same play. But now today, actually Chaos Legion is actually within that range. So I was looking, if you're buying a Chaos Legion pack for $2.23, which is like the current price, and if you're opening it with free potions, which I have, and if you are accounting for a 5% market fee, you're actually maybe going to lose like 18 cents on that trade based on the averages. And my packs are in some sense at this point like free. Like I've had them since forever, and so I'm going to open 200, and I'm going to see if there's any sort of amazing cards that I can put on the market and maybe rinse repeat over the next week or so. But that's something that I'm looking forward to. Let's see what the chat has to say about Snoshage Fest. Yeah, definitely Snoshage Fest, Elea. Liberty Guy off grid. I have an epic PP on the lake. Glad to see it. Glad to hear it. Show enough. I'm sure they'll grant those legendaries more benefits later down the road. I think that's true. So when we talked earlier about how they only have double the sort of productive power, there's gonna be. You're right. There's gonna be more to this and you're not just gonna think to yourself, oh man, What did you say? One common is like a half of the value, so like 2 commons is equal in a sense to legendaries. I think remember, there's going to be buildings you have to put on these plots of land. There's going to be cards you need to put into them. There's going to be DC you need to stake into the land. So there's all these sort of like upkeep costs and investment and startup costs that are necessary to make a plot of land be generative or be productive. And so if you are using legendaries or epics, you're going to have to use less of that sort of startup cost, which is going to be, I think, massive and important for people who are deeply invested in this. So I absolutely think you're going to see a massive premium. It's not going to be like, well, if a common is 100, then a legendary is 200. It's not. No way.
No way.
No way. There's so much more important than that because of the productive power, but it's like almost a distilled productive power. So, the gods for the stream.
It's like if you buy 90 proof alcohol, a bottle, you pay $50. But if you buy 110 proof alcohol, you're going to pay 180, $200.
Okay.
Like that.
That's right. That's right. I'm getting my little notepad over here, and I'm going to cover up this little black part of the screen. Let's see. I know that I had Dwayne 10 plots, and then there was 3 from, I think Uchi had 3 plots, and then I had 1 from Kulfi. So that's 14, and then I think I just saw 5 from Mitch has 5 he wants to throw in if we make it. See, let's not cross this bridge unless we get there. But I mean, if we together have 100 that we want to do this, then one of us is going to walk away with a keep. And I mean, previously I've handled $224,000 worth of bulk buy for Chaos Legion, so I think it's fair to say we can handle what amounts to, I think, $12,000 bulk buy here tonight. So if that's what we want to do, then we'll do it. And if not, I'll claim mine. And I'm just going to keep my eye on the chat and see if there's more names that pop forward. Already claimed this morning in 94 in water. You claimed Drop Bear Jim claimed 94 by himself. Man, you were so close. If I'm reading you right.
Why would you claim it at that point?
Yeah. For 6 more, you could have got for sure a keep. That feels like a missed opportunity.
I'll throw 1 in there, Infidel.
Okay. I
think I'll pick up 1.
Okay. Jimbo 1 plot. 1 keys 1 plot. Okay.
I was able to get 1 unsurveyed plot today for 120 on Splinterlands.
I mean, as long as I'm guaranteed to get a rare, you know what I'm saying? Like, make it happen.
And the the one I picked up too is tract 4, plot 4. So it's 0404 since today is 0404. So I have to open it today.
Jim, can you do me a favor and keep an eye on the chat on your end? Like, cause I'm going to pull away from this window and I won't be able to, cause I want to see, I actually want to go to the land and like look at the map and see what, just keep an eye if people are saying that they want to throw in on that. And then I'll pop back here and add it to the menu if that's the case. And we'll move into opening some Chaos Legion packs here in a minute. But before we do that, I want to go over to
Jim said, no, he claimed plot 94.
I gotcha. So let's go over to land thing. Something I'm seeing, and I tried to peek at this for myself today. I was like, okay, so I bought 6 plots the other day when Walking Keys and Gank and a few other people were doing like a group, and they're over here in 48. And so they're all consecutive. These 6 over here. As you can see, I pulled 2, I think the white ones here. Well, you know what? Let's look at them this way because this was prettier. So I pulled this. Okay, what do I got here? Tundra, and this is natural, and it's a rare. So that's a rare. And from what I was seeing, I only looked up one other rare on the marketplace, but it looked like $450 was a price tag for a rare. I don't know if that's going to sell, but that's an exciting, number to me. So there's one rare there. I have another rare here, another Tundra rare. Same thing, natural resource, both rare, both Tundra. Then I got 4 commons, but of these commons, one of them happens to be a magic life resource or type of resource, which, again, very few on the marketplace, but that seemed like a big price tag too. I think that was a 500.
Matthew Young said he can send one.
Yeah, Matthew Young. Oh, Matthew Young. Young, 1 plot. Okay. So that's 15, 20, 22 so far. I know Blaze has like 23, but he is not here at the moment. So we'll see if he pops up. I'm just going to leave a question mark.
So Woody said he'd love to join, but he's at work for the next hour. He has 10 plots to claim.
Who, Blaze?
Woody.
Okay, Woody. Okay, well, 10 plots.
I mean, it could be after an hour that we even do this. So.
Sure could. I mean, it's already been 20 minutes, and I want to open some I want to open some packs and want to talk some Splinterlands more than this too. So, okay, so
and
go ahead.
I do want to say real quick about the magical land. I think those are really underestimated plots of land because you get 100% bonus towards your Secret of Praetoria research with magical land.
Oh.
And that allows you to, take 1 plot and dedicate that to the research, which will give you more shares of the reward eventually. So in the long term, those magical plots could really pay off, I think.
Cool. That's exciting. I honestly didn't read the full updated white paper for the land. So I know what I've heard through town halls and through, your guys' videos. But I don't know everything about it. So that's really cool to know. And what I've been doing though, is what sparked my attention. And I would encourage people, to I guess, keep in mind is you can actually go into any one of these, like you go in through for sale. These are where some are for sale. Well, actually, you know what? You can even just go to all. And then pick a random, just start at number 1 and just go in here and see. These are all of the different plots that are in number 1. And you can see if there's color, then it's been, I think, surveyed. And then over here, it looks like nothing's happened yet, but we can go like this in this region because this is 1,000 plots. And you can go through and you can look at the legendary and the epic or legendary sort of, the number of plots that are in here as legendary. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So we're getting to a place where this one, most of the legendaries have been found. And then you can, if you want, you can get, this is pretty interesting. Go and do the kingdom, castles and keeps. So now I'm going to remove legendary. So these are the castles and keeps that have been found in this region. This is, if you had time to really dive into a map, you could begin to understand where there are castles and keeps that are still available to be grabbed. And once you recognize that, you can potentially claim within a specific, area, and then survey for that opportunity to get that sort of that massive multiplier. So I'm hopeful. I think there's lots of opportunity here. I think this is for the next 24 to 72 hours. It's going to be hard to look away from this game and this mode, because this is like Rooney in that way. And Walking Keys, you were super into Rooney, but this is like Rooney in that we are like right now. There's tons of turmoil and kind of like confusion about what's the play, and you know what I mean. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The market's still trying to figure everything out, trying to figure out what prices are good prices. And then there are also people that are trying to be first movers and take advantage of like arbitrage trading and things like that. And then you also have people that are trying to unload common land because that was always their plan. And so I do think we're going to see more supply of common right now at lower prices than we'll see in a while. In a couple of weeks, I don't think we'll see $74 plots. But I also think that it's a dangerous time to buy things like legendary, mythics, maybe even epic plots. It's just too. I can't help but think those prices are going to settle down a little bit as more plots get open. But yeah, it's a great time. I'm flipping already. I bought one earlier. I'm trying to flip it. Yeah, I'm making moves too.
Sausage J's out there. Good to see you, pal. And he said he's got one plot in 48. It's my understanding. Either of you guys, is this true? It has. Let's say you've got land and it has been claimed, but it hasn't been surveyed. And you've got land over in like region 1, and I've got land in region 5, and Jim's got land in region 20. We've all claimed, but we haven't surveyed. We can survey those 100 plots together, despite the fact they're not even in the same region, and be capable to extract those promised upgrades, right? Like one of us is going to keep. Or a castle. Is that true? Even though we're not in the same region, the same 100 consecutive areas?
I don't know. Because I tried to open all 13 of my plots earlier today at once, and I couldn't. I couldn't figure out how to do it. Maybe you can, but I couldn't. So I had to open up the one in one region, the two in another, and then the 10 that were by themselves.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I want to test this now quickly. If you guys know the answer to this, if we can collectively survey whether you've claimed in different areas, that's an important question because some people here who are hoping to participate have claimed, but not surveyed, and that means they're already kind of set in stone in one region or set tract. So I actually want to go back to the map, and I want to go over here to my owned, because I can see that somebody sent me 3 plots, one of the guys from Time and Attention. And I had 6 of my own. So if I go back to Pretoria and I go over here, I go over.
Is saying that you're not guaranteed keep or castle, just the rarity.
Oh, well, that's huge too.
Yeah.
So the answer is you are guaranteed the distribution of rarities if you have 100. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They
could be spread out.
That would be amazing. Yeah, it would be awesome if one of us got a keep. But it would be exceptional to even guarantee us, because it's like, I forget how it works, but it's something like, 5 legendaries and 10, magicals or whatever, and versus no promised odds at all. Mm-hmm. So it would be, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, click on Veritas and where it says Tridal.
Right here?
On the left side.
Okay, over here on plot. So I see Veritas, yeah.
And then click where it says total results. Go to the far right one, and I think you might be able to select them all.
Okay. View plots. I think
I can't see your screen yet. I'm a little behind you, so I'm not real sure where you are.
I'm a
little ahead of you.
I do have.
Share screen's a bit messed up.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But earlier I claimed I surveyed 6, and I went in. And I saw. Oh man, navigating this stuff is also brand new, and
Yeah, I was. This is where I had problems grouping plots from different regions.
hmm see, I've got 3 in Veritas, and I've got 6 in Tridale. And earlier, what I saw was it gave me like 6. It gave me individual line items for every one of the plots in Tridale. I think it no deeds because they've already been claimed. I mean surveyed. Okay, so if I go back, here's what I'm gonna do. For sale, owned. I think I understand what's happening here. Let's go back. We go owned, and then I want to, these ones should be, let's click on that. No. What I'm hoping to do is I want to see if I can, like you said, click on all of them because they were bullet point, and I wanted to be able to grab like from different areas to, I guess, confirm that I would be able to even able to do that. It's not like this. And they did this the other day, or like when they actually had the town hall. I saw Aggie was like clicking on some, and then he tried to change the page, and he, like some of them were
Yeah,
lost.
you're right. Yeah.
So it's definitely not obvious to me right now, but that's okay. We'll figure that out if we cross that bridge. But I'm going to go back over to, let's go to the main menu here. I'm going to open 200 packs right now.
Heck yeah.
And let's get it, because it's been a while since I've seen a legendary gold foil with Chaos Legion. I have enough potions to do it, because it's 200 times 5 is 1,000. So I've got enough. And just yesterday I sold 400 Chaos Legion packs because I wanted some more DEC. I think I want to put this into DECB because I'm spending about 12,000 DEC a day right now on extra energy. Are you guys messing around with the extra energy?
I haven't, no.
I did. I took a shot and reloaded it because I was so close to champion at the end of last season, but I failed and it was a bad decision.
Guys, 62 viewers, 17 likes. Do us a favor. I'd love to see 100 people today watching, and that's going to happen because you guys dropped likes. I'm going to hit the little insert ad here and see what this be the first time this works for me. I'm going to give it a shot. I think we made.
I just hit like.
Thanks, appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to go open 200 packs here, and we'll see what we get. 200.
I love that it shows that you're about to hit the ad.
Yeah. Oh,
I would like to see 2 gold foil legendaries in this, please.
Mm-hmm. I like that. The very first card I touched was gold right here.
This is what I'd like to see, Dwayne. I'd like for you to get no gold foils, legendaries here, but then you get a castle when you open up your lands. That's what I want to see.
That would be mind blowing.
And then you give it to me,
and you burn it.
What?
The only castle in the game that got burnt. Jim Morgan burnt it. Okay, let's hit the open all and let's see what we get. Come on, gold foil, gold foil. Oh, I'll take it. Another, come on, level 2. No.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, level 2.
Oh, Immortalis would have been a good one.
Yeah. Still a $20 card or whatever, $24 card or something with that Immortalis.
There you go.
Come on,
you got a gold summoner.
Another, come on, level 2.
Ooh, gold grunt.
All right. I'm glad we didn't waste it on her.
Oh, I'm
super glad we didn't waste it on him.
Yeah, Zyvax.
Gold Tarza?
I like Zyvax, but he's kind of a joke.
Literal garbage.
Man, it's been too long since I've seen these.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Ooh.
Oh, my kidneys hurt. Come on,
Ooh.
stop. Oh, that would have been sick.
Come on.
Getting,
Come on, you.
feels like I'm getting quite a few.
Oh,
Come on, come on.
Ah.
No legendary gold foils, but I felt like there was a good amount of legendaries in there.
You got 2 gold summoners, which are always nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, for
Those
sure.
rent very well.
Yeah, that's the thing. They always have an audience because the rental market is just so juicy, and people are trying to fight in their brawls, and they need that. They don't. Nobody has everything they need. That's the thing. Okay, let's quickly peek.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say the rental market, I think, is just going to be amazing this summer. As
Mm,
soon as everybody starts staking all their extra cards on land to get a
Hmm.
bigger PP,
mm-hmm,
then that rental market is just going to be where the money's at, I think.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm already planning on, I'm working on my cards for land, but I'm also setting aside certain cards that I think will rent well.
Mm-hmm. We pulled this is the I don't know if everybody in the chat will know that this even exists, but Peak Monsters has the analyze pack ability, and you can look at your Chaos Legions, or you can go over to Rift Watchers if that's what you're opening, and then you want to enter the number of packs that you just opened. So if you just opened 25 and you want to analyze that data, say 25. In this case, we opened 200 a moment ago, so we want to analyze the full 200. 50,000 packs is analyzable, which is such a crazy number. But then it'll pop up the data, and I don't know how it arranges them, but there's a good $13 for my Grund. I got a
Set
10
it up
over.
by CP.
Is that what it does? Okay. $10 on Thaddeus Brood. Man, I think these summoners, these Chaos Legion summoners are for $10, man, for gold foil. That feels not right to me, because you're talking, I
Yeah.
think, these are rare, so I think you need 38 of them. So that would be a 380. Probably, maybe with bid buys, you're going to get that for 350 or maybe even 325 after if you get some deals on the bid buy. So it's not cheap. I know Thaddeus is a lot cheaper regular foil, but gold foil, man, gold foil bonuses are huge. It's 10%, and the amount of times you can get a full 100% multiplier on your SPS per battle. So if you're getting if you're playing in champion, you're getting, and I play in champion, you're getting, I think it's about 5 or 6 SPS per win. And then you can get a 50% multiplier on that pretty darn easy just by throwing out, 4 or 5 gold foils, maybe 1 beta. It becomes quite easy to just add up, and going from 6 SPS per victory to 9 because of adding certain cards, gold foils being part of that conversation. But there's some $18 for something, 22 for the Immortalis. And if we scroll all the way down, I can see that I got $100 worth of legendaries. I got 52 worth of epics, 140 worth of rares, 63 worth of commons. The ones that are going to be the hardest to liquidate are probably going to be the commons, right? Because I'm not going to go through and sell, 700 common cards for a penny each or whatever. But I could easily sell 13 legendaries for $100. But if we call it, if we say this is just a valid number and we say 360 for the pack, we're talking, I guess I can already tell that's about $1.80 per pack. 360. Hang on, is that what it was? 360. The price is 360 USD, and then I opened 200 packs, so it's actually divided by 200, I think. Yeah, so the profit or the value inside those packs is about $1.80 per. And again, I paid $1.53 for those packs because I bought them through a massive bulk buy around Christmas time. So to me, that's gravy. But obviously, I want to hold on to some for the future, because I think I'm still a guy who thinks Chaos Legion one day is going to be $10 or $20, but maybe that's a while away. Okay.
I mean, land, as soon as land comes out, 1.5, and you have to stake cards, and you're staking cards on Soulkeep, and then the rental market's popping off, so every extra card's going to that. The only way to get cheaper cards is to buy packs, I think.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
there won't be any packs on the market except for Rift Watchers.
How many out of 10 people who are playing this game right now, Keys, do you think are really taking what you just said seriously? Because you're making a bold prediction about the lack of supply for cards, and you're saying when we get to a place where that land is soaking up the supply, watch what happens to that rental market. And I think you're right, but out of 10 people that are actually still here playing this game, I don't think everybody gets that.
I think maybe 1 out of 10, because not everybody, but the focus of people just in general is going to be on the big shiny new thing. So everyone's focused on land. And you got to focus on land. But while you're focusing here and taking advantage of opportunities, look at the residual effects of what this is going to cause. And we're seeing it. There's already been $15,000 of volume of plots being sold just today, since it launched. And so the appetite's there. People are going to be interested, and people aren't just going to let these plots sit. They're going to put land or cards on it. They're going to put Rooney on it. They're going to put their titles. And all this stuff is slowly going to start coming out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, all my Rooney are going on land. So I'm not going to have one to play with. So now my ranked team gets a little bit worse. So people, it can be a lot more competitive when they come into ranked play.
Mm-hmm.
But the big key, I think, is the rental market. And that's where I think very few people are thinking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody like Gank. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I like what Ivan says. You can invest in land just by buying cards.
Yeah. He's right.
Mm-hmm.
Gank said too that with oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought there. I know I started thinking about what Ivan said. I apologize. I got distracted. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Gank. So a lot of these people that have big pieces of land, Gank has a region.
Yeah.
He rents a ton of cards all the time. But when it comes to stocking his land, 80% of his rental cards are coming off the market to go on his land.
Mm-hmm.
Like just him by himself is going to create some little dip in a few cards. But there's all these other people. Aggro, another example. He rents cards, I think, and has a region. Like, is he going to pull stuff off the rental market and put it on land? I bet he is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure. There's
a thing with the Nifty Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
The people who have decks on there that they're going to want to be staking those cards now. All the people who have been utilizing Nifty Arcade for a deck, that might get a little bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Dwayne's been saying it for over a year. Guys, own your cards. Own them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still, I mean, I think it feels there's a bias. There's a psychological principle. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a bias that people have where when something is going a certain way, you think it will always go that way. And so that often looks like, your team's always winning. They're always going to win. Or, you're at the blackjack table and you've won 3 hands in a row. You're on a streak and you're going to win that next one. That's not how life actually works. That's not how odds actually work. And actually when you set aside just like odds and, gambling, but recognize that there's opportunity to discuss and, let's say, understand and maybe navigate fundamental considerations when you're investing in something like Splinterlands. You can predict certain bull market cycles with cryptocurrency. You can analyze the sort of reliability and the security of a development team like that of Splinterlands. There becomes these fundamental question marks that can be actually, I guess, solidified. And then it's not a guessing game. It's not a heads or tails. It's a logical, thoughtful calculation. And so, with that in place, it just feels as though, there's so much, the writing's on the wall. Like, again, land is going to gobble up cards. Is land gonna actually launch in, haven't they said like it's just a couple months away for 1.5, isn't it? Like when is the part where we're actually going to be staking cards? That's like pretty soon, I think.
In the Q2.
And
we're in Q2.
Is that going to happen or not? Is a question you can actually kind of test. I'm not saying you can predict 100% certainty, but can you actually look at their track record? Can you actually listen to the tone in the town halls and glean something about the probability of that? And then say to yourself, I feel pretty 70% confident that's going to happen at the end of Q2. And if that's where you land on that conversation, you can then move into a more confident place of, wow, okay, that's going to mean something big for cards. And then again, yes, own your assets. So it's like position yourself, like analyze the writing on the wall and then position yourself accordingly. And today I had a friend who's like, enough's enough. Like I didn't like what he got with his land drop. And I think maybe from the tone of our conversation, I think maybe he didn't like what he heard from the last town hall. And ultimately he said, enough's enough. I'm going to sell. But I think I can't believe it, man. Ride all the way down to this is my heart for that friend. It's like I feel like you rode all the way down, and now you're going to get off the ride, and right now you can see the hill in front of you. Like the train is just getting going back up the hill, I think, and you're going to just. But I mean, maybe he's calling it right, and I'm wrong. But man, I would not. At this moment in time, I wouldn't for double. I wouldn't sell if I could right now sell my entire Splinterlands portfolio for double its paper value. I wouldn't, just wouldn't.
Bold statement. Do you think he'll be here by the end of Q2?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that sort of thing, but based on the I guess the confidence and that, they could be. Here's the question. Because I think the answer is based on, my answer of yes is based upon the confidence I think I've seen depicted in the recent town halls from Aggie and Matt and everybody else. And so the question really is, it's not so much is the card staking going to be live at the end of Q2? That's the real question is, do you believe Aggie and Matt when they speak about this issue? Because they've said it will be. And I haven't heard a lot of uncertainty. I haven't heard hedging bets. To me, I feel like they think that's happening. And so I've just, over 4 years, I'm like, I just trust them. I've seen this thing change my life, and I'm convinced it's going to go to bigger levels. So I'm just, until I hear them saying it's not going to happen, then I'm just betting on it. What about you guys?
Jim?
Oh, can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, Mike's muted. I was gonna say I'm not too sure, just because I always assume something's going to happen to where it just gets delayed for like everything that I'm ever into. Maintenance stuff gets delayed, expansions get delayed, new games get delayed, everything just gets delayed. And it just seems like it's too quick of a time frame for it to happen, that it just won't get delayed. Now, I don't think it would be by a lot, not by 3 months delay, but I could easily see it being 1 month to 2 range.
Yeah. And I mean, even if you did say that, if you conceded that it was going to be a moderate delay, I mean, we've waited 2 years for this already. I think a few more weeks. This is all, I feel like we're now nitpicking, whether it was whether surveying came out live today or whether it came out next week. We are in it. Like, we're there, it's happening. And now it is live, and that was when they said they would be. So, I mean, I think, and then it was cool listening to Town Hall and them talking about the mobile app, because they said, people are like, when are you going to start that? Well, we're actually working on that concurrently as we do all these other things. And so I think one day we're just going to flip the switch, he goes. And, you think it's not like we're going to, okay, now we finished land and we're going to work on the mobile app. It's like, no, that's always been happening since they first heard the complaints about this. But it involved non-card market and, I don't know, Battles 2.0 maybe. I don't even really understand what's all wrapped up in that, but there's like these other little benchmarks that then add up one on top of another to build what that new mobile would even look like. And so I think things are in fast forward, and we're not really even seeing it yet. I think we're not really cognizant of how fast, like I just said earlier, I think you could watch land 24 hours a day for the next 3 days. And I think you're going to find massive things happening, whether it's the volume that's going to start ramping up in the last 2 hours. The volume's moved substantially. Keys, you mentioned, it was up to, what's it at now? What's the 24-hour volume now?
It was just under 15K when I looked. It's at 15.7 now. So it's about 1,000 in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that weird, Beard?
And it was at like, I want to say 8 or 7.5, probably 3 hours ago when I first started looking at these things. So I mean, it's like, that's a lot of volume, man, for this little game where people talk about like, oh, there's not very many people playing this game. I mean, that's a lot of money moving around.
Yeah. And I do want to touch on Weirdbeard's comment here to the previous question there.
Sure.
One of the reasons why I think that LAN 1.5 is going to come out on time is, to Weirdbeard's point here, is that it has been promised for 2.5 years. It is being delivered now. And 1.5 is when things are really working on LAN. Like literally you have monsters working on LAN. And so everything is probably going to be geared towards getting that done right now. And then once that's done, then we have a couple months to sit back, let LAN happen, and get ready for what could be a pretty incredible fall that we don't even know about yet. There's no real roadmap for the fall. We know all of Weirdbeard stuff that he's been talking about, and they just promoted him to a new position. So I feel like his ideas are being well received. So, and we have Rebellion. You know, we got teased things at last year's Splinterfest, like you said, Battles 2.0, a few other things. So I have high expectations for the fall, and I think it'll all happen once LAN 1.5 gets out. And for that reason, I think it will be on time.
Guys, I said it. Yeah, I'm with you. And when he talks about how many resources are being poured into that, you got to know that the team wants that power and that capacity to be delegated into other places. So it's like there's this hyper fixation on getting this product, which everybody's so excited about, done, and then it's also about like a finish line for those guys who've been working probably tirelessly, I would think, sometimes day and night to make this happen, to make progress, to meet deadlines, to get those sprints down and behind them. And you got to think there's almost like a tenacity in each of the individual developers, I would imagine, where it's like, I actually want this done. Like I can see it now. I want it done. And so I would think that it's more than just deadlines. It's more than just the corporate, like, it seems like Splinterlands is small enough, including how Weirdbeard is here. Like, for instance, thanks for coming, buddy. That to me is indicative, and how Aggie will go on and Matt will go on to like different streams, and how just the other day, like very recent past, I think Aggie, Matt, and Nate all did the People's Guild. Yeah. And so my point is the passion and excitement. It is not just a corporate experience where there's, 50 or 100 people or whatever pushing, to sell a product. It's totally a passion project for the people who are involved. And so I think there's a tenacity that's going to drive it across the finish line on time. But so important. I saw Alea said impatience is the harbinger of bad investments. And she also said, I'm assuming Alea is a girl, do it right, not fast. So important. And I think that's absolutely the team's vision too. And I think they didn't, in the last town hall, didn't they do a quick poll and say, if we have to push it, like, should we push it? And I think there was a quick, like, informal poll, and they ended up, but the point is they got it out on time. But yeah, absolutely, do it right. We don't need it on end of Q2. We need it done proper, and man, it'll be game changing when it comes. Paul, good to see you.
I agree.
I just want to do a couple shout outs. Big Dob's out there. Paul's out there. I saw Icy talking earlier. Who else did I not say hello to yet? Jason Jenkins. Good to see you, pal. And I also saw Necro, I think. Yeah, I did. Oh, and Virus too. Good to see you, pal. So, and Ivan Demier. Thanks for coming to hang out, guys. Do us a favor, likes and subscriptions if you haven't. 77 viewing and 35 likes. And that's going to be the way that we get this out to people. And I think I'm feeling like we're probably not going to get the 100, which is okay. totally okay. I still am planning to claim my 10. The question then becomes, if I'm not going to claim 100 with people, do I go in and selectively, claim one over here because there's no castle or keep yet? And you can do that, right? Like, are you allowed to go in? Like, if I want to, for instance, right now, I click on 98 and I'm looking at 98. I can go, I can search castle keep, and I can see in this, there's only been 3. Right here, we've got a keep. Right here, we've got a keep. And right here, we've got a keep. So no castle's been claimed in this region as of yet. So I can.
Do you have plots there?
I don't, but my point is I have unclaimed land. Can I not just go here and go claim, or no?
You have to claim in order of whatever's available.
That's right. That's right. My bad.
Yeah, you got me thinking, man. I thought you had something figured out. I'm like, uh-oh. Let me go figure.
Oh, let's see.
Ivan with the dono.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Ivan's good peoples.
Absolutely. Ivan is one of the guys that, like, very first, if I pulled it up, I could show, like, I think he might have been like first or second guy to ever donate something to the channel.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, back when, like, they first unlocked that capacity. So thank you.
Ivan? Is that who you said?
Ivan Demir, right? I didn't see the.
It says he's the latest sub.
Cool.
So I don't know.
There's 2 ways to do it. There's like super chat kind of thing. And then there's also like the subscription to the channel. And while I'm talking about that, everybody who does super chat or who subs to the channel will be given a sort of a raffle ticket to receive 1 plot of land from me. And we're getting close. I think I'm at like 190 or something. So at 250 raffle tickets, I'm going to hand one out. And I searched it today. So it's going to be a common, but it's going to be in with the 6 here. I'll show you right now what is up for grabs. My owned. See, my proficiency with this map is not between. I don't know if it's a little glitchy or if I'm like not properly understanding it, but like let me see if this works. I go owned. This is my listings, all of my 9, and then I've got 3 over here and 6 over here. I want to see this. Let's see if this works. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to see, and then I want to look at them. Oh, see, I want to see the pictures of them though. I own them. Okay. Boom. Tridale view plots. See, something's up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I want to look at them, and I showed you guys them earlier, so I know they're here.
Look at your land type selected. Go back.
You're right. That's what it was, because I had castle and keep filter on. Looks like these are them.
So hit your tracked.
Here we go. I think I removed that part or that filter. And
yeah, but select your. Oh, did you get it there?
Yeah.
You select your track.
Yeah. So I can go like this. I could grab all 6 of these, and these are I've already surveyed these once. That's why I can see a rarity. But you can grab multiple and then do the survey conceivably if you and look. Hang on a second. I'm gonna select all. No, get rid of these ones. Okay, so first and foremost, before I move on, I was about to start a new conversation. One of these natural commons will be given away to one of you guys who's just either supported the channel or who has provided a question. If you drop questions in the chat and it turns into a video, I will give you a plot of land. At least I'm going to give you a raffle ticket to earn a plot of land. And I'm going to do something like this again after this one ends. Maybe I'll pick like $100 card and I'll do that because I think it's a fun way to involve you guys. Because like, yes, I think sometimes people, they don't want to ask a question, but they have things that they don't fully understand. And usually this is something one of my professors said in university, and it always resonated with me. You're never the only one who's wondering something. Like if you have a question, most people have, there's lots of other people that are wondering the exact same thing. So one of these commons are going to be available, either the mountain or looks like there's 2 mountains or a forest, mountain or a forest. and I don't see if there's a benefit to either. So maybe it'd be I'll give the forest, so I'll keep the mountains, and then it'll just be
Whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa! If I win, let me get the mountain.
yeah, that's okay with me.
All right.
You are in yeah, you know what? It'll be maybe I'll be like, do you want a forest or do you want a mountain? Because
Yeah.
whoever wins it, they can decide. And we'll do that stream probably, I don't know, might be a month or two from now, but it's coming.
Tonight.
We'd have to get we'd have to get a lot of donations for that to happen. Okay. So let me.
Well, Saucy J donated for you.
I appreciate you, dude. Thanks, Saucy.
Keep up the grind.
Love it. I was seriously looking, guys. I was looking at this market. I was thinking, can I pull off the tract? It's not in reach, and I think it's strange because some of the assets are getting slept on, like $70 commons, and then tracked 12,005. So, we were in 10,000 range very recently, and plots the other day were at 115 on Hive Engine, I think 125 here, and that was yesterday, I think. Now we're up to 150. So it's like people want the lottery ticket. Hey, they want the opportunity to pull that castle. Is that what that is, you think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
People are always trying to cycle.
Yeah. Even for half the price, though. I mean, you're talking about 75. I'd so much rather just go buy 2 commons for 150. Well, hang on. Would I do that? Would I? No, I guess I probably wouldn't. I probably would want to pay 150 for an unsurveyed plot. What would you do? You got $150. One plot unsurveyed, could be a castle, or two commons. I mean, you got to take the 150.
If we're talking about overall value, right? You'll have, statistically speaking, more PP if you buy the 2 commons, because that one better be a legendary, otherwise you're losing out on PP size.
Okay.
But if you get a keeper or castle,
See, I think if you get magic or occupied, a keeper, a castle, or an epic, then I think you're golden.
Yeah.
But even right now, a rare you could sell for 150 without batting your eye about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it would sell quick right now.
As
long as you don't just get a common, I think you're good.
Is there a way to see
right now?
Is there a way to see the last ones that have sold? Like, you know what I mean? Like some.
I don't think you can, but I've been hoping that too. And I did buy one unsurveyed plot of land on Splinterlands here for 120. Someone had it up. So I just bought that like maybe 40 minutes before we came on.
Like these are plots, the low plots that are for sale in these various regions, and there seems to be no real rhyme or reason to the pricing, like a 99, 200, like it's not even organized from lowest to highest or something like that. And then also you don't know if it's a common, it's probably a common, but you know what I mean? Like this is not the most optimized sort of viewing experience.
You have to click into it. Now I did find a way to see. Yeah. So you have to click into it and you use that right one all the way on the right of the top navigation.
Mm-hmm.
Now hit status. And then it will show you from bottom, what they all are. But that
23,420 for an epic natural forest by somebody in that one. That's helpful, Keys. So for at least in this region, they start at $99. Some people are pricing like, well, maybe like 74, 75 is like the move area. Like that's the thing I want to, if you're buying a common, you don't care if it's in region 1 or 5 or 10, you know what I mean? I would think you're looking for the cheap, unless I'm missing something.
I mean, the guy that was selling all of his at 80 in oh my gosh, what region was it? Jumanji. Number 90 or whatever. Yeah. he bumped them all up to 90 now.
Okay, so yeah,
So he's raising those prices. He raised the floor up. So the cheapest you can find now is 85.
yeah, 85, and they were $74 like just a few hours ago. I think all those are
There's
getting snagged. There's
there's
let's
two for 85 and 7.
okay,
And
80.
there's one for 108 if someone wants to buy that one. That's mine.
What is there a way to? I want to look. I want to filter for rare. Is that possible? Can we look?
Okay, so yeah, so go over to pick one of your regions there. Pick one that has more opportunity. Like
Yeah,
see where
yeah,
it says,
yeah.
yeah, like number 7. Yeah.
It's got 25.
Now go to your left over there where it says rarity,
Yeah.
all the way on the left side, and
Okay.
yeah, you
Rarity.
can yeah.
No deeds for sale.
Now
Common.
you can also choose type of land type, so like occupied or magic or something like that.
Look at this guy over here. The infamous
Yeah.
walking keys. Look at this beautiful
Uh,
plot of land you guys could own. Take it home today for only $108.
That's right.
Does someone know what the cheapest keep is out there? Because I see a 8.7.
That's a cool question. But first, I want to see what is going on for
I
epics.
I was looking too. I haven't. I'm while we're on. I'm kind of scrolling through trying to find plots or those keeps or something, just to
Yeah.
try to get an idea of price. But I can't find any.
Hmm. So right now I'm in the pristine Northwest, and I want to back out of there and go to Pretoria, and then I gotta, like, if I go to all and I go to map, so I can start the search right here and go wherever I want, and just like randomly click on 82 and see what's over in 82. But this is not optimized at all. Like next week we need to see some significant changes to this sort of the refining of this search menu. Hey, like where for instance right here, looking at the wider map, I should be able to say, I want to look at all the rares.
Yeah,
I want to look at all the
100%.
keeps. I want to look at all the castles. And then obviously you can say all or for sale or owned, but because right now this it's not adequate for me to go. For instance, I'm going to click on 99 right now, and I'm going to see, is there anything for sale? Looks like there's 0 for sale with them in 99. Okay. So if I click on just for sale, you know what I'm doing? I've got some sort of filter on right now. See, this is the thing. Go back to Pretoria. Okay.
I will play devil's advocate here. I hope they don't change it,
Okay.
at least for a week or two, because the clunkier and harder it is to navigate, the more opportunity you're going to be able to find if you're in there digging.
Mm-hmm. This is true. This is
And
one.
I like digging.
Yeah, and you're 100% right that even speaking to peak monsters over the last few years, the money that was available to be made for people who were grinding and digging and spending time and attention in the marketplace was massive. But if then the toolkit grew and grew and grew, so and that's amazing. I'm glad Peak Monsters is filling that niche and giving that sort of that power and that capacity. When you come into Peak Monsters and you go into the number of comparables or the different list versus grid, and even the ways of visualizing it, all of the different filters, and you can identify, you can explore the marketplace in such a full way because of the kit they've built, whereas in this kit, which is brand new, you can't. And there are inadequacies here, but you're right. For the person that's why I said earlier, if you've got over the next 3 days, if you got the time and attention to like pour into this thing and a bit of liquid DC, there's going to be opportunities in here. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's giving away an epic over the next 3 days. Not, metaphorically speaking, it'll be a deal where you're just like, you're going to be so excited that you long-term pulled the trigger. Or for that matter, with some of those commons, like earlier today was $74. My friend who sold, he figures it's going down to 35. What's the floor for common naturals? Like in your both, Jim, let's start with you. Today we saw $75. Right now they're at $85.90 for a common basic. What's your imagination here? Do we get trickle down lower as more supply gets, I guess, opened, or is it just because there's only so much land, 150,000 plots, and there's not enough for everybody? We maybe 75 is the low. What do you think, and why?
I could see it going a little bit further. I think 35 is honestly probably too low. I could see like a $50 floor for it. I think majority of the people are just going to be trying to get these castles, keeps, try and find as much as they can. And not to mention, I mean, the first day prices tend to be a little crazy. Plus, there's nothing we can actually do with them right now, not until 1.5. So I think some people are just going to sell it at a cheaper price point until we get closer to that, and prices will start to even out when we get closer.
Yeah, I mean, I could see your logic holding up. Keys, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't see it going down much further than 75, 80. You know, if it gets to 50, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people making dramatic moves to be able to buy that stuff up. So if it might flash down to 50, like some guy opens a tract and sells all of, yeah, but it might, just pump down for a minute in one region just for a second. But we've been holding land for so long, and it's maintained a value of over $100 almost the entire time since the bull run. So I have a hard time believing people are going to dump it, and I don't see too many like region holders wanting to get rid of land. Like if I had 1,000 plots and I owned an entire region, why would I want to get rid of 20 or 100 plots? Where at some point I'll want to get them back, and I'll have to pay a premium to get them back. I'd rather just own it and collect my SPS, because you get an SPS a day, pretty much, and just let it sit there and accumulate, and then add cards and beef it up as I can. But I just don't see them going down too much lower than. I mean, that's why I picked up one today for 80. I was like, this was my price point, and I'm doing it, so I bought one.
I'm gonna turn off the. I want to start moving into a place where I'm going to do the land claims. So I'm going to try and tweak my OBS here quickly. I need my Splinterlands. I want my.
Come on, keep. Come on,
capture, display capture. Okay, so now I'm just doing display capture now. I'm going to try and I'm going to close my. In Discord, I'm going to close out my camera here and see if I can move it over. It may or may not let me.
Now there are some rares available for $200.
I saw
Jumanji.
I saw 191 on. I think it was. I'd have to go back and check, but I saw 100. I saw 3 of them for 191.
Now I can't find a common magic less than 200.
A common magic. Yeah, I hadn't looked for that yet, but display capture, video capture.
Yeah. And there was only a couple right at like 250.
Man, I wish I had 5K right now. I think 5K for a keep is pretty decent.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, would you, because you're like arguing, do you want to spend 12.5 right now to buy yourself a tract, and then you're going to get the keep for sure, or do you want to just go ahead and spend 5K and still have 7K in your pocket, and then you're going to get access to the same keep that you're ultimately that's what you want. You want that mythic. I mean, not everybody has 12.5 too. Some people like 5K would be a massive investment, and they're thinking, okay, but this is almost like I think castles and keeps go up eventually. I think significantly. I don't think 5,000 is anywhere near the ceiling. I think I feel the same way about the commons and whatnot, but I would argue those probably have a longer story of significant price appreciation. I wish my buddy Blaze was here today, because he is a massive land player from Alien Worlds, and he showed me some stuff, man. He was able to pull some triggers, and that land was, I forget how much it was, but it wasn't much. And some lands sell $30,000, $20,000, $10,000 for a game that most people would argue was not very impressive. And so, you know what I mean? Like, if Splinter, like, I don't know if those numbers are transferable, but I wonder if they are. And I kind of have a feeling they might be. So there's a lot of excitement wrapped up in that for me. I want to let you guys, okay, what can I do? How can I do this? I gotta,
Holy cow.
what?
I found keep for 4K.
Seems reasonable, man.
And it's wow.
Would you,
Anyone looking for a gold foil Rooney? Okay.
yeah, Jim, tell the people about what you did, because you went and you pulled the trigger on it, right? Like you made some moves.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So Virus hits me up and he says, "Hey, there's a guy selling gold foil Rooney in the Discord. You should go look into it." Looked a little bit into it. Dude doesn't even play Splinterlands. He just had a gold foil Rooney for like 1.2 or something like that. And he posted in the Discord. He was looking to get rid of it for 2 ETH. And that was my exact price point that I was looking to get it for. So, you know, I was planning for around my birthday, which is in a month. And, but this was just the time to do it. So it was a little rough getting everything together, but we got there. So yeah, now we got that beautiful, beautiful boy.
Look at this.
Congratulations.
One of the people watching the stream, Young Eagles, claimed his one, and he got a keep. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
His one plot.
I think he's lying. Don't
No,
believe him.
he showed me. He gave me the image. But hang on a second. Let me see. He gave me the.
He bought it.
He bought it. He bought $4,000. Spent $4,000 on it. Okay, so
You know, I will say this. Looking at, I've kind of gone through as many of these things as I can kind of stand to look at real quick,
yeah,
and I cannot find occupied land or magic land selling anywhere near a common plot.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all over rare. They're all over rare.
this is him right here. Young Eagles. He just claimed this while we're live. Mythic 481064 keep, and it's funny because like this is the same region I'm in, and I earlier today I kind of FOMO'd in. You know what I did? So like I was saying earlier, if you see that a certain area doesn't yet have the keep claimed, like take action. Like, okay, so right now, and I'm going to do this pretty quick. So how do I, so, and earlier today I'm in 48, and earlier today I'm in here and I'm like, okay, my keep in my section hasn't been claimed. And I went and claimed all 6. Cause I was like, you know, I have a decent, like you can see right here, these are me on the screen. I have 6 plots in this region, or sorry, this tract. And the ones that are colored have been surveyed. The ones that are not have not. So it's like 30% of the plots had been surveyed and the keep hadn't been found. So I was like, I gotta go. The odds of it's better than, you know, 1 in 100 per plot, because 20 of them have been surveyed and they weren't the keep. And I didn't get it, but I was happy to see my 2 rares and my 1 magical. And I'm happy to see Young Eagles pull that too, because he's been a supporter of the channel, and he's also been commenter and just playing the game at least since that last bull run. And so good for you, pal. That's amazing.
And in the region that I'm in with you, Infidel, you have not, to my knowledge, the keep hasn't been claimed in that one.
I think that's the same one.
In our tract.
I think.
Is that the same tract? Is that 48? I can't tell.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. At least 48's where mine were at. So see, I'm 481077 through 82, I think it was. And he is 48. The keep was just claimed at 4810, whatever it was, 60 something.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Okay, what I gotta do is I gotta find a way to give back the plots, the 5 or 6 plots that were given to me, and then I want to go ahead and claim. But actually, if I wanted to claim right now, how does that work? Okay, so I would go into here, claim deeds. And I would go, if you had regions or plots, you'd go plot. And then I've got 11, but only 10 of those are mine. One of them, I think, belongs to Kulfi. And then they're going to go into where? So
The next available plot.
Okay.
Or next available.
Okay. So that's Shuvo. So
Oh, I got one in Shuvo.
So it's, I want to understand this numerical system. The 94 is the region. The tract is 10 and the plot is 98. So I can tell that I would claim 2 in this area, right? Because it's plot 98, probably 99 and 100. And then I would move on to whatever other tract would be next, which might be optimal for me right now. Because if that's how it works. Because
yeah, that is.
Hey guys, real quick.
Yep.
So apparently on Peak Monsters, you're actually able to see the prices. You don't even have to go through Splinterlands. It just, if you want to look up, you filter through rarity.
That's great.
Boy.
That's great news.
So you don't even have to look anything up.
So if you're at 10, if you're in track 10, is that what it says? I can't read that.
Yeah, it's here. I can make it bigger, but let me see.
It'll kick you to a whole nother region at that point. Yeah, so it's on track 10, plot 90. I would let it's 98. No, so yeah. So it will kick over to Shuvo. Actually, no, it'll be a whole new region here in a second.
Won't it be region 90 or won't it stay? See, there's 10 tracks and every track is 100. You're right. It's about to pour over into the next region.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do it yet. I'd let it marinate until you get into the next region because you do not want to split between 2 regions.
It's already moved. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're good now.
Okay. Oh man, this is so tough. Okay, I gotta send back Buddy's thing.
Right,
so bear with me, guys.
So we won't be doing that that opening then.
I'm gonna claim 10. And I'm going to open them, but I'm not going to do a group collective. So no.
Okay.
Because there isn't enough plots, which is fine. It's totally okay. I'm still doing it because I'm feeling lucky.
Mm-hmm.
But that means I want to make sure I send back what they gave to me. So bear with me, guys.
So I'll just open up mine then.
Well, then I want to open up mine too.
Yeah. Dudes, do it and absolutely share with me what you get. But as I just showed you, we're in the new region and there's 28 plots in that first track that are open. So I don't know if they're open, but you could go check and see if they're surveyed. Maybe they go check that region before you do. And if they've already found their keep, maybe be patient for another tick here. Tell me.
Yeah, mine's already been claimed.
Okay.
What if I got a keeper at castle? You know how sick that would be?
Mm-hmm. It would be.
I would be excited.
That would be some like Jimbo luck, that's for sure.
All right, how do I put on my blessed gold foil Lux luck here? How do I put in that luck?
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Oh. You know, maybe he should leave then.
All right. Well, see you later, guys.
I'm about to get a common.
Manage wallet. How do I send? Guys, this is I'm like
go to transfer and now go to transfer out.
Okay. 24.
And then select wallet. And then per player at the bottom.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, and then I had 3 more. There wasn't a lot that I'd done this for. There was just a couple. Uchi, UC, he had 24 plus 32. 24, 32, 16 is 32. 56 thou, DC. 56 thou. Player. T, I think it was. The thing is you gotta make sure. Spelling. UCHTI, 56,000 DC, boom, boom. And then I got to send his surveyed plots. His claimed deeds rather. So I got to go back to land and I got to go owned. My plots, I go into Veritas, these are his. I go 3 owned and I go and I go these, and I can go like this, click, click, Click. These are unsurveyed plots that belong to Ucht. Selected 3. Okay, cool. This is easy enough. I just want to make triple sure that this is the right spelling before. I sent him 56,000 DC. I don't mind if I screwed that up, but I do mind if I screw up plots of land.
Yeah, it's worth a double check.
Yeah, just a quick little double check. Yeah, UCHTI, UCHTI, UCHTI. Back over here. And oh man. You know what? I'm still not 100% sure because that could be his oh, you know what? The way to go is I go guilds because he's in. I gotta make sure that's not just his Discord name. Members.
Yeah, I would do it too.
Mm-hmm. So how many are you? Did you claim it already there, Jim?
Not yet.
And Walking Keys?
Yeah, I purchased a claim piece of land, but unsurveyed
Okay.
earlier, so it's in the region.
Cool. And you are going to survey it or no?
Yeah, I have it pulled up, ready to go. I added all 3 of my bonuses, which I've been adding on to every plot that I've done.
Cool.
Are you all doing the same?
I claimed 6 with you the other day, and I give them all 3 of the boosts, each for each of them. So I believe that was all the lands that I was stewarding for my people. Just the 3 for Ucht and 1 for Kulfi. But I'm gonna go over here and just triple check on my items window, and then I'm gonna check and see how many, sort of where we're at, because I'm if their keep hasn't yet been taken from that current tract, I think I might just roll my odds and throw in the 10 and see what happens.
Hey,
And the odds are not that far off.
Hey, I think I'm in a place that hasn't been opened.
Okay, so what is it like? What is? Tell us more.
It's called Garandale. I don't remember seeing this name.
Can you share screen in Discord and I could see it?
Share screen.
Okay. And just for the record, I believe I've sent back all my things. If you've sent me some assets, because we talked before about like doing a bulk, I will sort you out. Don't worry. But like right now, I've only got 10 plots of land here, and I know that those are mine. And I think in my land deed area, I only have my 6, which are the original ones that I claimed with Walking Keys. So yeah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna pull the trigger on claiming deeds and surveying pretty soon here. Jim, tell us more about what you just saw though.
All right, never mind. I was wrong, but I'm in a very new place.
Okay, what are the numbers?
It's 99. That's where I'm at. Gorandale.
Okay, yeah, Gorandale.
Gorandale.
Come on, Jim. It's obviously Gorandale.
Oh, dude, I got land next to Rogue.
Cool.
Sick.
So there's a whole swath of like unclaimed here. So this is like the next location, I guess.
Go for it.
I think I'm gonna, but hang on a second. Hang on. I want to look at it from this window. Okay, so I go claim deeds, and Gorandale is where we're at. 99, track 2, we're at 46. So now if I go over here, so we're in track 2, we're at 46 plot. If I go, I wish I could pull up a second window. Remember how they used to have Splinterlands and Steam Monsters? They don't do that anymore. Because I want to look here and track and look at this number and simultaneously go over to the map. Okay, so 99 to 46. 99 to 46. So 99. And then we go all. And I go into land type, kingdom, keep. So the keep in here has been found. The castle has not been found, which would be just bananas to be able to pull it. Like right now, they're in here claiming, and you could right now claim a castle, not just a keep, a castle. Okay.
That'd be dope.
And I gotta do it. We're already at 7:30. You know what? We're gonna do it, and then we are gonna. Before we do that, though, guys, 45 likes. Do me a favor, hit it, and I'm gonna go for an insert ad here. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think so. If I'm reading this right, we're claiming in this. Can you see my screen still, guys, or no?
It's having issues. I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's on my end.
Okay.
I see. Yep.
Okay, well, I think we're actively claiming in this location track 2, and we're halfway through it, kind of thing. And the keep and the castle hasn't been, I guess, surveyed to as yet. Neither is the castle. I mean, this is a good chance. I mean, it almost would make sense to claim 1 and then wait and claim 1 and wait and claim 1 and wait and claim 1 and hope, give yourself a chance for a I'm going to try that. I'm going to claim 1 right now and see what happens. So plot tokens, 1, redeem. See what we get. And I am going to survey it right away.
Oh, yeah.
1 deed registered. Okay. And so I'm going to go pop over to, so now I got to go back to.
Did you only do 1?
For now, I'm just doing 1, but I am going to do all 10 here. But I just did 1 there. Because I'm hoping I can actually do 1 and then we'll scoot into the next tract if that's possible, but I don't know if it's possible. I might regret that because I can't pass between resources between, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm thinking on my feet here, guys. It may or may not be a mistake to do kind of 1 at a time. Okay, and now I got to go owned, and I'm going to go over here to my Gorendale, and I'm going to click on you. And now, yes, unsurveyed, survey it, and I want add, confirm. Let's see what we got.
Oh, come on.
Guys, I will lose my if this is something. Oh, magic, dude. That's magic rare. That's really, really good.
That's really good.
Man, I love that. For like, I have other rares that I'm pumped about, and I have 1 other magic I'm pumped about, but magic rare. And I like the way the art, like these are my favorite in real life. These are my favorite kind of clouds with the big puffy top and the flat bottom. So this is definitely a card I'm loving. And it's my most, for sure, it's my most like valuable. That's really cool. But that means that there's a keep right there that still hasn't been claimed. So I'm actually I'm gonna rinse and repeat if I can. And and everybody watching, like this is, first come, first serve. There's a keep in front of us. If you have 1 plot of land, there's a keep right here that's available. So, I mean, I encourage you, I hope I get it, but I encourage you guys to take the opportunity. So I want to claim deeds, and I want to, about 7 have been claimed since then. I'm going to claim 1 more. And they're not going to be close to one another, and that could be annoying, but I'm okay with that because I want to maximize my probability of getting a keep, man. And so then we'll go back to land. Then we go owned, Gorendale view plots. We go this way.
Come on, what am I getting? Come on, please.
Boom.
Please, all good.
Jim, are you doing it too?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I actually got a land that I like.
Shut up.
It's just a common.
Okay. The way you were talking, I was like, this is the Jim. This is like he got the castle. The way you said that, I was like, this guy with his luck.
I was just saying, come on, please, something good.
Mm-hmm. I got my second one here is a natural common, and so I'm gonna pop back, and I'm gonna see. So let's go over here. Both Badlands. Okay, so let me go over to Pretoria. Let's go claim deeds, and we're still in the same tract, and I want to go back and I want to reassess whether that keep has been taken. So we go all down to Gorendale. This is one way to do it.
The keep's been taken.
Okay, there you go. So it was a keep though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it looks like Gold Matter had it or got it.
Okay, cool. Good for him.
Hey, Steve says to use DECB.
Oh, I didn't do that?
No.
Lame.
He is wasting DEC,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is what he said.
I'm sorry. I should have said something too.
It's all good.
All right. Well, are you claiming another one? Can I claim mine?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
All right. I'm doing it. And this is the one I bought today. I bought it for 120. It's unsurveyed. It's in that shoe. Which one was it? The Chouveau. All right. And nothing's been claimed there as far as the castle or whatever. Come on, baby. Come on, keep.
Oh, dude, I think someone bought that keep for 4K.
Hang on. Are you pulling a leg here, Keys? I saw your reaction. What did you get?
The Magic Earth.
Okay.
But it was not a keep or a castle.
Still, though, you got Magic Earth is common or what?
Yep, common.
Okay, still the Magic Man, like you said, double, right? Double on that contributions to the. So that's good.
Yeah, and that, those one-off pieces of land, if it is magic, that's the kind of one that I want to kind of dump into this research, because then I'm not trying to transfer stuff from all over. And I want to try to have a piece of magic land in each one so I can participate in all of them.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at Kingdom, Keeps. Okay, so yeah, the Keep got taken, in that second. So where are we at? Go back to Praetoria, go back to Claim Deeds. So we're at 56 plots into track 2. So yeah, I mean, technically it would make sense to wait and just like see what you get. But it's not just about the castle or the keep either, right? It's also about the odds of pulling legendaries and epics and magics. And we know that they have, I forget the numbers now. They talked about this in a recent town hall. They said it's something like 15. It might have been like there's 1 mythical per, and then there's 5 legendaries per 100. And then there's, 10 magicals and 5 occupied. So there's about 20 different plots that were really kind of desirable per tract. And I know you're not guaranteed those drop rates when you're looking at one, but I do think it bodes well. I don't understand the formula exactly, but I would imagine it bodes well if the track you're exploring right now, we're looking at track 2. If that one hasn't handed out a ton of, for instance, magicals or mythicals or legendaries. So, that's something you can assess too. So if we go into, was it 9? Which one is Gorndale? Is it 99? Yeah, 99. Yeah. And then we go into, let's see, occupieds. So there's 0 occupieds. Let's go.
And you can see the percentages on the right side too of how many have been redeemed.
Can you? On the right side? Show me that in a second here. I just want to, where's the, oh, okay. Cool.
So you can see, what if you see a low magic redemption number, then that, that means there are more available.
Yeah, 8.5% of the magic have been, I guess, opened or whatever, or identified, and it's
12 is the standard.
And then it's interesting to see the distribution of the type of magic that's available, because again, the type of land that we're looking at here, Badlands, is I guess indicative of like death, and there's a bit of dragon and fire, and there's not any life or earth so far anyways. That's neat. I think I'm going to just roll with, I want the next 8 to be connected, I think, since I don't have a chance at a plot anyways. Let's see.
I agree. I would keep them together too.
And I'm 44 plots away from, I guess, having the chance at it. So I'm going to just roll 8 here and we'll see what we get.
And you get to open them one at a time too, or like the cards. So you don't just get the reveal all at once. You get the,
Okay.
I like the slower reveal.
Plot tokens. Let's redeem 8. Boom. And there we go. So now we're going to hop in here. There's no reason for me. I mean, there would be a way to think through like min-maxing if I went and watched the land and I saw, if I knew exactly how many mythicals and magicals and whatever's were coming, I could probably time it perfectly, but I'm just going to open them now because that'll be fun. And
you also have the chance of losing the ability. Someone claim it before you.
whoa, we just moved into track 3. I might be in track 3 right now because oh, that could be really cool. Let's have a peek here. Back. And we go over to my owned, go over. No, I was in Gorendale, but we are currently in track 3, like brand new. If you have one plot of land, you might have a chance at, oh, I do have some. I have 5 in, yeah, track 3. I'm claiming those first. Okay, track 3. Let's go into here. Select all, survey, add.
DECB.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. 150,000 DECB. These are potentially, this could be a keep. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Come on, occupied. Come on, occupied.
That's okay. That's a peak. Okay. Common natural mountain.
Common or occupied will save the day here.
Common natural. Okay. Badlands mountain.
Come on.
Okay. Love to see a magical.
I want to see some occupied right here.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be my first occupied.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
God.
But boy,
Man, I'm sorry.
but you know what? Right now, like more than ever, now is the time to try and claim in track 3 because there's 5 that have been claimed, surveyed. They're commons. They're not the keep. You increasing your odds at that keep or castle. Oh my goodness, somebody in 3. I'd love to see one of the people in the chat right now sending a Discord message saying, I got the keep in track 3. That would be really cool to see. Okay, and I'm going to go back and so we'll do the last 5, but we'll do them a bit more chill since it's no longer kind of, I have a little of this, a little of that then. I've got 5 in a row here, 5 in a row in the next. I've got 6 or 5 over with you in 49 or 48 or whatever that is, Walking Keys.
48.
Yeah. And then I've got...
I have a feeling these are going to be good ones here to make up for those last 5.
Let's see here. So I clicked them.
Statistically speaking, it has to be, right?
Yeah. Okay,
That's how I feel.
These ones, so these are uncertain. Yeah, these are my last 3. And I'm going to survey them. And we're definitely going to do them.
DECB.
Yep. It's too bad that's not by default. That would be something I might ask them to change if they. My buddy was telling me, he's like, don't forget the DECB because he just like panicked. He was like, I gotta go, and just like I did, but that's okay. Okay.
Come on, big money, no whammies.
Confirm it. No, I'm gonna check them in the chat here. And keep is going. What's going on out there, guys? Are you guys getting? Yeah, Ivan says absolute bodied, wrecked.
My group did our claim. We got all of 98.
Say that again.
So Steve's group did a claim.
Yeah.
They got the one right before us.
Oh.
So they got 98. They got all of it.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Let me look here. Nice. So Neverside got an occupy. That's cool. Like to see it. And Jason Jenkins, I got the keep. I got Praetoria's Secret. Is that the new dance song in Splinterlands? It probably should be a little. That there should be like some memeable stuff in there. Praetoria's Secret is like almost a gag at this point. 2 tracks, survey any moment. I'll have 3 plots in that one. Cool. So a lot of people out there are preparing for big moves. I see Ivan saying this a few minutes ago, he said he was still waiting. My guild was doing a 2-tracked survey any moment now, and I have 3 plots in that. So really some amazing movement, right? Like we've watched probably 400 or 500 plots. I don't exactly know, but I think we've seen a crazy amount of claiming at least happening in the last 2 hour and a half since we've been live, but even like 3-4 hours since I started watching after work today. What a cool ride, man. What an exciting time. And
The value volume's up to 22,000.
Nice. Yeah, really cool. I if you guys see after we see this, I'd love to see if we could find a magical rare somewhere. I'd love to see what sort of price point that one I pulled in is maybe looking at. Oh. And then the question becomes, I got this 22,000 SPS, I got $700 worth of DC. The question becomes, do I pull the trigger on another plot? That's the real question, because I might just do it. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. I'm like nervous right now, but come on, I want to see a gold shimmering sign. I want to see that like legendary wobble. Oh, that's cool, rare.
Ooh, that's rare.
Let's save that one for.
It's still good though.
It's awesome. I'm pumped about every rare, but I'm gonna leave that one because that might. I want to see what these other ones. Another rare. That's huge.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
huge.
All right.
And come
Little hat
on.
trick.
Give me that gold. Give me that, or like purple. Give me the epic. Oh, okay, common. I'm cool with it. Let's see what it is first. Okay, common natural. Okay, canyon.
Come on, occupied or magic right here.
Come on, boys. Come on. Let me see that good stuff. Natural rare. Okay. Still, the rare is a nice acquisition. I have several rares.
Let's see that occupied here.
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's okay. It wasn't like some sort of epic 2 gold foil Lux Vegas, Luxes, but it was definitely a solid pull. I got that one magical rare. I got, I think, 3 other rares. I got another magical common. I feel like that's pretty solid.
Yep.
But I definitely am curious about. Okay, so if I go back, Pretoria, all 22,000 24-hour volume at this moment. We go all. We go back to, and then we go into. I want to see the claim. I want to see what okay, so we're next available plot. So we're still really early in track 3. So if you went and you inspected track 3 of 99, and you could go into land type, was it? Yeah. Keep. It's not currently been searched. Okay. I think I got to go over here and let's see what's going on over here at the non-card market. I might just be rolling the dice one more time here. Okay, other items. So plot is going for 155 bucks. Now, what's it going over here for? Anybody who's watching and doesn't know, there is a differential on the price on the Hive engine versus the non-card market. It's 149 on the Hive engine, but it's 155 over here on the. I'd say this is worth it. I'm gonna give it one more shot. One last kick at the can here, boys. Crypto Eater selling me one plot for 155. Cryptomancer's got 2 up there for the same price. Okay, and then we pop back over to the land window, and we're gonna quickly claim that puppy. And this is for real the last one.
Come on, big money, no whammies.
This would be such an epic icing on the cake moment if this was something.
You can hit. Oh.
And then I go back. Was there a button?
Yeah, where it says deeds registered, if you click that, it'll take you directly to it.
And then what I need to do is
list view.
List view, yeah. And then unsurveyed, boom, survey, boom, boom, boom. It's probably just gonna be a common, but let's figure
TCB.
Oh, thank you. Let's figure that out together. It's probably just a common, but let's.
No, it's not. It's not just a common. It's an occupied epic.
Oh, Magic Death common. That's cool.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm down with it.
I'm done with it.
No, I mean, like, I feel like that's going to be at least that's equivalent to the dollar value I just invested, I suspect. Did you guys in I guess in the last 15, 20 minutes, have you been exploring the market at all, or you been watching my screen? And if you've been exploring the market, have you seen what maybe Magic Rare going for, or Magic Commons even? I think I saw 150-ish for the Magic Commons, but that was earlier.
The Magic Common, the lowest one I've seen is 200,
Cool.
and I can't even find that one now. I cannot find a Magic Rare.
So quickly, I go over. I want to like poke at the market here and just have like a little. Okay, so I'm looking at all of Pretoria and I'm looking at the for sales. I want to see, and then I would theorize. What's that?
I was just gonna say, yeah, the lowest Magic Common is 200.
Okay. How are you like quickly ascertaining that?
It's on Peak Monsters.
Oh yeah.
How do you see the Magic? How do you filter by Magic on there?
Oh, I just Control F, type in Magic.
How are you looking at plots on here? Help me see that.
Oh, go to buy, but hit the arrow, and you can hit buy land.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. This is gonna be. I know this is gonna be way cleaner, isn't it?
Oh, it's super nice.
Okay, so rare. Okay, here we go. This is for real. You got the types. This is you always need. This is like a lesson in why free market absolutely reigns, and like, free market solutions. Peak Monsters is a third-party company that, for their own profit and for their own sort of opportunity and business entrepreneurship, they decide to create a website. They spend their own time, their attention, their money, their startup costs to get a program that we want to use. And then they develop tools that are really going to be optimized for the player's perspective, because their whole model demands that we like their interface. Whereas Splinterlands, they make the game and they make the game well, and we love the game, but they don't know the first thing about maximizing and minimizing and like optimizing an interface. And that's why their market is not, and this is not like intended to slag those who've made this market. It's just to say you need to have free market solutions where companies have opportunity to step in and, I guess, monetize the structuring and the optimization of how the market would be ordered. And that's why this is like a bit of a tangent, but it's true. It's why I'm actually really excited about what Double Coconut's doing with the tower defense, because they're a third-party visionary who's like seeing a niche that they can supply into, like they can offer a value to, and I think that's the path to really growing and multiplying what the Splinterlands ecosystem is. Supporters, third-party supporters like Peak Monsters, like Double Coconut, like whoever else you want to include in that list, that are going to create these amazing not just tools to explore the assets we already own, but then other ways to enjoy them. And I think Splinterforge would be part of that too. I love it. Okay, so back to Peak Monsters. So rare.
So on Peak Monsters, I am not seeing any occupied for sale anywhere. Actually, let me. Actually, I made a mistake. Nothing rare or above occupied. Actually, no occupied at all for sale. And the cheapest Magic for sale was like $500.
How are you? So okay, I see what you're doing. So you're looking at, can you see my screen there, Walking Keys?
Yep.
So you're looking, how are you? Because on my filter window, I see unknown, common, rare, epic, legendary, mythic. Those are like the rarities, but I don't see occupied, magical, right? Like, so you're then looking over here and you're just looking at the type, I guess, or where's that coming from?
So under just, I'm just doing what Jim said. I did Command F or Control F and typed in magical or occupied.
Okay.
And I didn't get any occupied, but magical, there are some. The cheapest one, and it falls under the resources or the status.
Yeah.
Stats.
Yeah.
Column.
Yeah.
And we'll say magical. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that now. And yeah, the control F really worked to highlight it. So I see 4 different plots for sale with the magical status: fire, 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 earth. And the earth one has, oh, and I love how it gives you, it even highlights whether it's got the building in the box and the unstable totem. That's because the interesting thing about this is this is not a commodity. Like, interestingly, with Splinterlands, if you were looking at any of the assets before right now in this game, you might look at, take your favorite tank. Like, I really like Lord of Darkness for the death team. And you might say, one Lord of Darkness is just as good as another. They're a commodity. One BCX of Lord of Darkness of a beta is the same as another. There's no difference. But if you had 3 BCX and I have 1, then those cards are different. Okay. But with this, it takes the differentiation per card to a whole new level, because not only is there rarity, and there's the rarity, there's the resource type, I think it's called, and then there's whether you've got these buildings in the box, the unstable totems, etc. And so we have magical fire with nothing, 500-ish. Buddy's going a little bit ham, I think, over here. He's got magical wood. This is a rare. Those are rares too. This is this is nonsense.
I'm sorry, I laughed at magical wood.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't gonna say anything till you laughed. I'm like, all right, I gotta laugh now.
I mean, his PP is strong.
Maybe that's why it's 14,005.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair price for magical wood.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
That's what she said. But for building in a box, my point is I love that you can differentiate here, because it's not a commodity. One magical, plot is not as equivalent to the other. If you have the building in a box, it's going to be a significant improvement. And that's really cool.
And when looking at the common land, you can see all have the building in the box. So you're buying, if you buy that $83 plot right now, you're getting also $10,000 or 10,000 DEC kind of added to it.
I see that I just had an error message pop up. OBS kicked me and then repopulated. It looks like we're still good to go, but if the chat could just confirm that we're still going and you guys can see me and whatnot, I think it is all good. But yeah, there was a problem.
Bought a land off the market.
The $83 one?
No, I bought a $300 Epic Plains.
Shut up.
Ooh, nice.
That seems like a really good deal.
Yeah. The other cheapest ones were like 500.
Yeah.
Plains.
And not to mention, since it produces grain, I'm like, yeah, that seems like a good pickup right there.
Yeah, this one right here. Did you just snag that one? Is that what it was?
The one from Crypto Eater?
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked that one up.
Oh my gosh.
What?
So you can go on Peak Monsters, you can go to my cards and the drop down arrow to my land.
Yeah.
And it shows you everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
thank
sick.
you.
Dude,
Thank
Peak Monster's
Jarvie.
so good.
Jarvie
and Garth.
I'm so glad I met him and knew exactly who he was.
Yeah. I don't think you're remembering that situation correctly, Jim.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what happened, Dwayne.
I think these are maybe, no, this is legit. Okay, so I've got some in Tridale. That's that 48. And I've got most of it in Garendale, but they're not all in the same tract. It's actually track 2 and track 3. I might ultimately, choose to sell some, and maybe I'll be able to buy. The cool thing is too, you can actually hunt down. That's another way that they're not commodities. Every plot of land is not only different on rarity and on whether it's got the building in the box or the unstable totem, etc. It's unique in that every single plot within every single tract is different, and it's going to have shipping costs. But if you can track down, a sale price for something that just ends up being directly attached to your, right? Like you have these 5 and your direct neighbor is selling. Okay, you could buy that, and that might be worth a slight premium to you because it's right beside your existing, and there would be less travel fees, I guess. I don't really understand the travel fees. Has that been clearly articulated what that's going to look like?
I don't.
No.
I don't think that wasn't part of the white paper.
Okay. I am pumped This is super exciting. I wish I pulled some mythical craziness, but it was neat to see that Young Eagles dropped that keep in the Discord chat, and I love that we were able to do this together. And that I'm like, half of this stuff that we just discussed, I wouldn't have been able to recognize by myself. So this is like been a cooperative experience for me where I'm like better understanding this stuff because you guys came, including the fact you realized how to find it on Peak Monsters. I wouldn't have seen that. And so thank you guys. $3.99. Crypto Eater's got another one. Epic Grain, $3.99. That's the cheapest by $100 for so the grain feeds you guys, right?
Yes.
There's a legendary planes for $12.99 right now.
I saw that one, yeah. That's Crypto Eater again. Like, he's just giving it away.
Oh yeah.
He's like he's not just like a little cheaper. He's way cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to move.
Yeah, dude. Picking up the grains, guys. If you are interested in lands, getting them for around 85 seems pretty good. And then you
can get a rare for 165 now.
Mm-hmm. Rare green. So you're talking 165, but then hang on. What was the other ones? You were looking at, there was mythical. No, I mean magical. What was the other one? Occupied. And there's 0 in the rare function.
Doesn't even show up on Peak Monsters.
Occupieds are fantastic because it doubles your amount of SPS mining.
Yeah, I don't think
so. Like that's one that I am, and there's only 3% out there. So, they're more rare than epics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of those appear to be like, not one of them is listed on the marketplace.
Question for you guys. Are you more interested in going with the consistency of getting the resources, getting the SPS versus getting the Secret of Praetoria? And whatever that bonus is going to be after like a year.
Oh, good question. Keys?
I think, for me, now that I've revealed my land, I've made like a little spreadsheet. I'm going to like look at everything, but I'm going to try to maximize my land according to what it's built for. So I didn't want to come in with the strategy like I'm going to be a grain guy and get nothing but ore plots. So now that I've seen my land, I think the plots that have magic on it, I'm just going to double down and put it all towards Praetoria. Like, just whatever those are, just maximize that and try to do as much as I can towards the research. And then the rest of them, I'm going to prioritize to, get the PP and, harvest everything. Mm-hmm. So I do now, if it comes out that the Secret of Praetoria looks like it's not very exciting, the rewards aren't very good, that might shift a little, but right now that's kind of my plan.
Okay.
I don't know if I had an answer to you. I think I need to dust to settle a little for me to figure out what's what, but I couldn't help myself. I bought one more. So we'll wrap up after this, but in advance, just guys, throw the thumbs up. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to claim one more right now.
Seeds registered. There you go.
And then
the 3.
The 3.
Yeah.
And then, but I want to go to Garndale, and I go into track 3 and unsurveyed mine.
You might have to scroll down.
Here it is. Unsurveyed. Boom. Yeah. Survey it. Let's see what happened. Make it happen.
DECB.
Yeah.
You got it, Dwayne.
Hands
Just
up.
say big PP.
Hands up. Come on. Okay. Not what I was hoping to land on, but that's okay. Guys, I am so pumped for what this is. I am so absolutely jacked for where land is pointing Splinterlands. I am crazy hyped all day today. I could barely get anything done. And I mean, before we went live, Keys called me, had like a 15-minute conversation. We're just like getting into it. And that's like hours before this, because we were thinking about it all day long, weren't we, guys? Like you too. I know you were, Jim. Okay. I'm it's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna help the kids get to bed here, guys. Oh man, I appreciate you guys. This has been a very successful stream. It's been nice to see the chat blowing up. I'm sorry we didn't get to even more comments, questions. If you have things that you want me to answer and you want videos that we want me to tackle, leave those video comment ideas and questions in any video. And when I review them and make a video out of it, I will give you I guess a raffle ticket for a plot of land. So special thanks to Walking Keys and to Jim. Keys, can you tell the people something? Hang on, before you do, I'm going to set up my display capture. Boom, and then I'm back. So yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Guys, thank you so much for having me. Had a great time. And yeah, check out SHQ NFT Gaming and Collectibles on YouTube. Gank and I stream every Monday and Thursday nights.
Love you guys. I really appreciate the channel. I can't wait to come back on again. And I always love listening to you guys. I'm in there most nights when you guys are talking. I don't always say something, but I'm in there most nights. So thank you for popping by. And Gank guy, you were welcome, and you are invited next time, buddy. So I just want to put that out officially on the live. And Jim, thanks for coming, pal. Tell them about what Splinterlands TV is. What's up with Splinterlands TV?
Come on, guys. You all know what time your boy streams on Splinterlands TV. And if you don't know, well, you're going to find out. All right. We're streaming tomorrow night. It's like, what, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time? I believe so. Come check us out. There's no other 6'4" alpha gaming streamer on the platform. So come check us out.
Guys, sincerely appreciate you and everything you did tonight. And yeah. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome night.